شكرا.
This is from India.
So we got those pickles as a gift from the shop owner. Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is the 24th of January and we are in Baghdad in Iraq. And starting from today we're going to have a 2-day road trip. So if you check the Google map or satellite image of Iraq, you will see there is a flat green area in the south of Iraq. That's the Mesopotamia. So Mesopotamia is a cradle of human civilization. It's a place where you can find some of the earliest cities in human history. And Mesopotamia means the two rivers, and that refers to the rivers that nurtured this green area, the Tigris and also the Euphrates. And that green area is just between those two rivers. And today we're going to drive to Hilla, where you can see the Babylon, and then to Karbala and then Najaf, two very holy cities for the Shia Muslims, the shrine for the Imam Ali and also Imam Hussein, and then back to Baghdad. And now Flo is getting a Kareem, which is an Uber in Iraq. We're going to take a taxi to the car rental and then get our car. We rented a car from Europe Car, $40 a day, and pick up Ayham, who would travel with us in the coming 2 days. Before leaving, we stopped at a neighborhood bakery. Samoon, a diamond-shaped bread unique to Iraq. After Iran sangak, this has become my second favorite bread in the region. The baker shapes each piece of dough and lines them up on a long rack, and slides them deep into the oven with a long paddle. When the bread puffs and turns golden, he lifts it out, and with a gentle push, each loaf glides into the table below.
Now we're gonna take the fresh bread.
Take it.
It's so hot.
We call this goma. Goma.
Look at this. Goma.
Yeah, you can eat it. يلا ممنونين حجي. مشكورين منكم.
Right from the oven. So good.
If you open it, you can see the steam. It's still so hot. And you can put whatever you want inside. For example, falafel, salad, hummus, anything. Ayham's parents prepared some food to us, so now we are making a sandwich for ourselves in a car. What is in this box?
It's called Magdous, which
Magdous.
mean pomegranate with nuts inside, and 2 weeks, in olive oil with kind of spices.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's oily with good calories to prevent the whole day. Yeah, and mix it with cheese inside the sandwich.
The creamy cheese.
Ayham fills the bread with oil-soaked eggplant and cheese. The sandwich is rich and salty. And then he taught me how to make beads with fingers, the Iraqi way.
You should learn it. You should learn it. Try it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And this one was moved. So.
In Hilla, we pick up 2 more friends of Ayham, Mustafa and Mohammed. We walked through the village and run into a lively, busy market.
There are lots of fresh produces in the market, and Ayham told us that mostly they are from Iraq. Oh, the ducks! As a Iraqi tradition, we're going to have a chai in the market.
Thank you.
خويا يقول هذا من
شكرا.
الله يرحمه.
No. Come on. Oh, thank you.
He say, can China make it taller?
One of the friend of Mustafa is selling vegetables and he wants us to visit his stand. Ah, okay. Wow. He has lots of fresh produce. Lemons, carrots, tomato.
Belif.
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 Alfonos.
Alfonos.
Nyonos.
Nyonos.
هذا برفين.
Belif.
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 هذا برفين.
I've been to China 3 times.
Ah, where?
وين رايح؟
شنغهاي نيو دلهي شو اسمه لا شنغهاي هاي التسوق فيها
Guangzhou?
The one with markets.
Marcus, Yiwu, Guangzhou, Shenzhen.
Guangzhou. No, Guangzhou.
سوقت المحل بيها من هناك.
Yeah, he shopped for his markets from there.
Ah, okay, I see. Thanks.
You forget the name. It was a long time ago.
Welcome to China. Come more often.
يقول هلا بيك بالصين.
الله يسلمك مشكورة.
There are really tourists here, so I think people are getting really warm.
أبو مختار.
There are really tourists here, so people are really getting curious. And so they were asking many questions.
هذا الشيخ السوق.
He said he's the sheikh of markets.
Oh, nice to meet you.
الشيخ مال السوق هذا.
اي شرح لهم شنو الشيخ. لا غير Let's go. Okay, let's just go.
Salam, salam.
This yellow thing is made from sesame. And this is the date syrup, made from dates.
Yeah. What is this?
This is the dough of falafel. This is before it gets fried. You know Ibrahim al-Khalani, the guy of falafel you go for?
Yes.
You ate falafel. It's like this, before it gets fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is this?
شنو متقوقة? This is date and it gets mashed with hammer. So they put things with it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like this.
So it's a dessert. Kind of
dessert, yeah.
Dessert. Flu try it.
هاي ما مر عليك جغاد.
The shop owner give a Flo a very big piece to try.
يا معود ديك هسه ما لا تخاف.
Wow, it's so sweet. It's like dough.
هذا. من هذا نسوي.
That's dates. Wow,
Sugarless.
هو قلها هو ودوده ودبان.
it's so fresh. Wow, this is very good.
Good.
Hello.
اوكي. اوكي هذا.
Salam alaikum.
هذا الصين. هذا مال الصين.
He says that's from China.
You eat it like this?
يعطيهم زيتون طرشي
Pickled garlic?
قالتهم هذا.
He say I give you garlic because it's yours. Can you try this?
Very good.
This is olive if you want.
Thanks.
هذا هندي كذا.
This is from India. India.
Shop owner offered us very different kinds of pickles.
Don't stop at all. It's every kind of vinegar. There is some sweet vinegar and some salty vinegar. We called it amber.
How much? No.
Because this you won't pay. He says
خطار قال له خطار عندنا.
he's been to complex of China. شنو فوتيان?
فوتيان.
Futian. There's something called Futian. I don't know what it
Futian? Futian?
Futian.
فوتيان.
For the shoes and clothes, right?
ملابس.
عجبت قطاعات كذا قطاعات.
He get machines from it for the vegetables.
Ah, I see. Yeah. So we got those pickles as a gift from the shop owner.
The market is a wonderful experience. We get to know some new Iraqi food and see a lot of smiling faces. Leaving the market behind, we drove toward one of the most storied city of the ancient world, Babylon.
That is a place that everyone learns in the history book, Babylon. the gate to the city of Babylon. So Babylon is also the place where the world's first law was born. That is the Hammurabi Code. It was carved on a stone, and unfortunately, you cannot see the stone here in Iraq today. It's in Paris, in France.
Babylon dates back more than 4,000 years. In the 1980s, Saddam Hussein rebuilt sections of the ancient palace, parts of the city walls, and even a reconstructed maze on the original site. On millions of newly made bricks, he had his own name and praises inscribed.
The victor is Saddam Hussein, the president of the republic. God save him. The protector of the great Iraq. The origin of civilization. He recreate. شنو هاي ايش مكتوب بالعربي؟ لك هو بالعربي ما جاي يدبرها. I think he recreate the maze and the civilization of Babel. Let's go into the maze.
Hey Ayham, why is there a maze in the city?
Because back in the days when the emperor wanted to protect his kingdom, so what he did, his empire, he did the maze. So when enemies came inside, he can shoot him from the walls. You can see all these walls.
Yeah.
And maybe he can put some hot oil on them.
Yeah.
He can make traps so enemy will get lost and they will slow down and they will die inside of the maze. So yeah, only the people of Babylon will know what is the road to the maze.
The old city has architecture that really suits the dry climate in the Middle East. So the wall is very, very thick. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 meters. So it's very cool inside, and it's very well ventilated. You can feel the wind blowing. All right.
Okay.
We bend low to pass through the maze's narrow doorway. Emerging on the other side, we see it rising behind the ruins, a massive structure overlooking the ancient city, the abandoned palace of Saddam Hussein.
This is Saddam's palace, and now we are on the top. You can see the whole city of Babylon, the old one and the new one. Wow. The palace is really on the very top of this hill, and it's very lavishly done.
This is so crazy.
Wow.
Look at this. It's all handmade, by the way. All handmade. This is also.
So we are getting a tour to Saddam's palace. This was the pool.
It's all made with stones by hand.
And if you look closely, there is Saddam's head actually still on this. And this was his shelter, so he had an own shelter in case of an attack, where he hid. Also when the US invaded.
This is the garage door.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, and this is the garage.
And then they parked the cars here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And by the way,
That's
Saddam
insane.
Hussein came only 2 times.
Only 2 times?
For all of this, yeah.
مرة بالبناء
When
ورا البناء مرة.
one time when it was completed.
Crazy.
Only when it's completed.
Really?
Then one time only.
Well,
all of this
just for 2 times.
Yeah.
That's his bathroom. I don't know if you see it.
This is also for the servings of Saddam's.
So the furniture that was here, it was stolen by
Some of it
was Americans
was
took,
people.
and some of that was Iraqi people that came to the palace after.
We call it farhood, which is mean
Yeah.
group steel.
Yeah.
According to reports, Saddam Hussein built 78 palaces for himself across Iraq. The palace itself is incredibly complex in design. There are rooms facing every direction, east, west, north, and south, with multiple entrances and staircases. I found myself completely disoriented walking inside. Each floor also contains immense halls, along with numerous bathrooms and restrooms.
The whole palace is so nicely designed. The inside, the spatial space is very well organized. Wow, and look at this. A huge room that feels like the inside of the mosque, and then you can have a beautiful view of the Euphrates River and the palm forest.
So yeah, he said that was the main bedroom of Saddam Hussein.
Wow.
So all of his things was found in here.
And I want to show you what you can see from this window. The whole Euphrates River and the endless palm tree forest.
This is his bathroom. Look at this
Wow.
Romanian bath.
Yeah.
Jacuzzi.
It's jacuzzi, yeah. Shower, jacuzzi, hammam.
Wow.
All made with
marble.
With marble stone.
not only marble, it's hand. This was an American base. They drew it maybe
They drew it at
on
Christmas tree,
Christmas
yeah.
and when they were here. قلت لهم
So they drew a Christmas tree.
قلت لهم كان عندهم كريسماس الامريكان وسووها تلقاهم. This is a real origin history painting. He took it from the ruins of Babel. He put it here.
Crazy.
So this is 1,000 years old.
Wow. He removed that part to his palace.
Take it from the ruins into his palace. Look at this. It's like the style of Ishtar Gate.
Yeah. Wow.
All of this wood, it's high quality wood. And, still, after 40 years of weather, things he still is up because it's so expensive. Kind of wood.
Look at the ceiling. And this chandelier. Imagine that. Insane. And all of this for coming here 2 times.
Look at this. Look at this
Wow,
painting.
what the hell?
This is the main room of meetings. There is also
This is the meeting room?
golden throne down there.
Yeah,
So he was just
that was his main terrace. Wow.
the throne were way
Look at this view. He really felt like a king. He built it on top of the hill of Babylon.
Babylon has endured the rise and fall of civilizations. It also witnessed the fall of a modern ruler whose time in the end proved short. This palace, once a stage built for power, now stands silent and abandoned. Only a few hundred meters away, the Euphrates River continues its quiet course, just as it has for thousands of years.
We're having a boat ride on Euphrates. This is one of the mother rivers of Iraq. So this is the river that irrigates all the green farmland in the Mesopotamia.
After leaving the palace, Mustafa invites us to his home for a meal. We drive past fertile farmland and vast palm groves. Halfway there, the car suddenly tilts to one side. We step out, a flat tire.
It's so bad.
Where is this? Look at this.
Yeah.
See what you're gonna do, man.
Wow, this is so flat. I was so scared, but eventually Mustafa took the tire to the garage and fixed it, and then he came back in 10 minutes, and now we are putting the tire back.
More light. Oh, wait a minute, son. Oh, shit. Yeah, because we pumped it. Managed it. Hey, thanks guys. Thanks for your help.
When we finally arrive, Mustafa's mother has prepared a generous feast. According to their custom, women do not meet unfamiliar men. So I went to a separate room to greet them and then come back and sit with everyone else.
No, beans. Like the British one.
How do you say beans in Arabic?
Again?
Fas-
In Arabic, not
Fasuria.
خلصت هذا again.
So we got a chicken soup with some dried lemon in it. There is a dish of beans, and then the fish, and also the rice with chicken. It looks so good.
بقول لك هذا الطرش خاف صدق يطق بجنطة تمشي. This is the one I told you about. It's called Numi Basra.
Numi
Which is
Basra.
a dried lemon. Iraqi dried lemon.
You can eat it like this? With the
No,
skin?
no, we squeeze it on the rice.
This?
Yeah, it's kind of sour.
Okay.
Yeah, squeeze
Right,
it
with
on
it.
your rice.
Yeah.
قلت تقدر تخبط ايضا جبن ومانجا.
You can, we eat the rice like this,
Yeah.
by taking beans and put it on the rice.
صارت؟ هلا بيهم. هلا مية وحيهم. يا اهلا وسهلا.
nice.
شرفتونا وانستونا. هذا
Thank you.
للبطل.
Thank you.
انتم شباب لازم نشكر لكم يعني.
تشكرنا يعني.
قلوا ما ياكل اطميه.
Halfway through the meal, the electricity cuts off. The room falls into darkness.
The power network in Iraq is very unstable, so there is constant power shortage, but it lasts very shortly for like 20 minutes or 10 minutes or sometimes even 1 minute, and that's why every family is connected to two power networks, a public one and a private one. So when one is off, the public one is off, the private one switches on. Of course.
Get it all for
اكيد
you.
هذا
Smoke it all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, smoke. حجي خليته يطق النار لبورا. And this kind of roses, we call it juri. The red one.
Yeah.
It's called juria.
Juria.
Yeah.
There's a balcony, right?
Yes, balcony. It's abandoned just for drink.
Ah, okay.
But you can sit there. If you want.
Yeah. So the house is just one floor, but you can go to the balcony. That's beautiful rose. Smells really good. And then there's something interesting about the aircon. So that's the outside machine of the aircon, and there is so much salt in it because they put water into this machine in summer to blow some humid air into the room, which is very different from the aircon we have in China. And there is also another garden in his house. The houses here are so big.
Terrace.
In summer, they just sit in this garden, not there.
Okay.
For the smell. Flower.
Yeah.
Perfume.
They make fragrance.
Ah, yes.
Mm,
It has a strong smell.
Very strong smell.
This special plant, I don't know what it is, but it smells really good. If you take a leaf and if you squeeze it, you can smell this really nice smell.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
اليوم بس لسه ما بيها تمر.
But right now it doesn't have dates because it's not the season. Yeah.
Why is the season for dates?
It's like the July.
July.
Yeah, because it's so hot. So dates need hot weather.
قلنا مو هاي الاشجار دائما دايرها.
حمضيات?
حمضيات.
These all citrus trees. Like for the naranj, the one I told you about.
Yeah.
And
The orange lemon.
And there is
Yes, yes.
lalinki, which it's called sometimes Yusufi. Yeah, it's kind of small orange. You can peel it with your hand.
The next morning, we also got a huge breakfast.
For breakfast, we had salmon bread, scrambled eggs, chai with that is double cream, and date syrup. There's something very Iraqi. According to the Iraqi law, it's not allowed to drink chai without sugar.
يا ليلا.
It's only the fat on the top of the.
Ah, the double cream.
Yeah, double cream. But this is the Iraqi style, homemade from the villagers.
We're having a very
That's the jam,
typical
not honey.
Iraqi breakfast.
The cream.
Yeah,
Cherries.
together
Sour
with the
cherry.
jam.
اليوم تقدر تجربها مرة يدرس.
ويا القيمة.
ويا القيام. أو يقدرون يستخدمون هاي ال.
That is a sour cherry jam.
You can try the jam or
Yeah.
or the date syrup with kema. It's gonna be a good mix.
With the cream.
Yeah.
I will try the.
This is the best Iraqi sweet. You know, you saw all the sweet jam. It's all about dates
Yeah.
here in Iraq.
After breakfast, we say goodbye and drive to Najaf, one of the most important pilgrimage sites in Shia Islam. Here stands the shrine of Imam Ali, the first of the 12 Imams. As we approach the city, rows of modest buildings appear along the road. Ayham explains they are rest stations, offering free shelter for pilgrims who walk here on foot. Once in Najaf, we climb up to a roof of a parking structure to look over what is said to be the largest cemetery in the world.
The Arabs call this the Sea of Death because millions of years ago, apparently, there was a sea here, and now, well, it's only graves. And Ayham told us it's more than 6 million people being buried here, and you actually can see the graves as far as your eye can see. It's incredible. I've never seen something like this before.
Yeah, basement. There's basements inside down the ground, like this one.
And the bigger ones.
The green one,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a lot of 10 people inside down
Yeah.
the ground in the basements.
So it's a complex
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, it's kind
It's
of
a house,
complex.
basically,
Yeah.
then, yeah.
If you bought 20 meters, you can make it 2 floors. So your whole family will bury next to them.
And for over 1,000 years, Shia Muslims have sought to bury in this land to be near to the Imam Ali because this would bring them blessings. The land here is quite expensive, so a small plot of land like this might cost up to $500,000 or $1 million because it's so close to the Imam Ali's shrine.
At the entrance of the shrine of Imam Ali, I got a free robe for visitors. Compared to many Sunni mosques, Shia shrines are often more ornate. The dome and minarets are golden. Inside, the walls and ceilings are covered in intricate mirror mosaic, reflecting light in every direction. After visiting the shrine in Najaf, we continued on to Karbala, another holy city for Shia Muslims. Well, Imam Hussein was killed in 680 AD, a tragedy that continues to shape Shia identity to this day. Karbala hosts 2 major shrines. They are equally crowded, equally dazzling. When we finished our visits, we went to a local restaurant. There was only one dish on the menu, kebab.
We got a grilled tomato, it's really good. And then a kebab with some bread, very thin bread, some onions, and some pickled vegetables.
Do the same here. Onion with parsley and tomato with meat.
So Ayham will show us the best way to eat it.
Yeah, this is the best way. Like this.
They put so many pieces of bread on our table. And when you mix the kebab with the grilled tomato, it's so juicy. When a restaurant only does one dish, it's going to be really good.
You can take some more.
That's the dried gum. After eating kebab, 17 euro we paid for the kebab for 3 person. So about 6 per person.
The amber raisin placed on the table is called lubang. Later, I learned it is frankincense. When chewed, its flavor is sharp and intense.
Then we drove back to Baghdad and managed to return the car before 12 a.m., before the midnight. It was a very short 2-day trip, but it's very impressive because we got to see a site that is really seen by most of the people. And I want to say that people in Iraq are really, really amazing. They are so hospitable. We hope that you enjoyed this episode and the story. And if you are interested in more of our destinations, you can check our website, www.littlechineseeverywhere.com. And you can also check our merch section if you want to support our work. So that's all for today. I'm going to sleep very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.